reception, and welcome to today's guided reading session. This is session number 1. I say this because there are 5 guided reading sessions, one for each day of the week. So make sure you keep coming on to our YouTube channel so that you can follow my lesson throughout the week. Before I can show you what book we're going to be focusing on today, I need to see that you're showing me the 4 rules of good listening. Do you remember what they are? Join in with me. Good listening is sitting still. Good listening is staying quiet. Good listening is looking at the person who is talking. And good listening is listening to all of the words. Well done, reception. Well remembered. In today's session, I'm going to be asking you lots of questions about the book. So remember, you can always press pause on the video to give yourself some thinking time, or maybe even some talking time with your grown-ups. Now that I can see that you're all showing me the 4 rules of good listening, I know that you're ready to learn. So are you all ready for me to reveal this week's book? Here it is. And in today's session, we're going to be concentrating on the front cover and the back cover of the book. Who wants to get green for great today? I know I do. To get green for great, we need to achieve the learning objective. So today's learning objective is to have a think and to talk about who the characters are in the book, where is the story taking place, and what might happen in the story. To get green for great, we're going to be using one of our reading strategies, which is to look at the picture. This will help us retrieve the information we need to answer our questions. For now, all I'm going to tell you about the book is who the author is. The author is the person who wrote the story. He wrote all the words in the book, and his name is Roderick Hunt. And the illustrator is the person who drew all the wonderful pictures in the book. He is called Alex Pritchett. Now, I want you to press pause on the video and have a little think about who the characters might be in the story, where the story might be taking place, and what might happen in the story. I'll see you in a moment. Hello again. I'm sure you've come up with plenty of ideas. If you haven't, don't worry, we're going to work together now. So, first question. Who do you think the main characters are in the story? Have a little look at the front cover. Who can you see? Do you recognise these characters? You've seen them before in other books. This is Biff, this is Chip, and this is Kipper. They're all brothers and sisters. So, if the illustrator has drawn these characters on the front cover, that must mean that they are the main characters in our book. Next question. Where do you think the story might take place? It's a bit tricky, but there are clues on the front cover. Have a little look in the background. What can you see? I can see a cupboard. And this here looks like a kettle. This looks a bit like a cereal box. Where might you find cupboards, a kettle and cereal boxes in your house? The kitchen. So the story might be taking place in the kitchen. So far, Biff, Chip and Kipper are the main characters. The story might be taking place in the kitchen. But what is the story about? What are Biff, Chip and Kipper doing? What are they holding? A mop and a dustpan and brush. Kipper's only holding a teddy. What do you think they're doing? We use these things to clean, don't we? So maybe they're cleaning the kitchen. What do you think? Did you come up with any different ideas? Now, an important clue on the front cover of our book is the title. The title of the book. How many words can you see in the title of the book? Press pause on the video so that you can count them. 1, 2, 3. 3 words to read in our title. Can you help me to read them? Brilliant. Get your robot arms ready. Now the first letter is a capital letter. This is the capital G, which makes which sound? G. Ready to read? G. O. T. Blend it together. Got. A. J. O. B. Job. Brilliant blending. Let's bounce back. What does it say? Got a job. Fantastic. Now I've spotted something a little bit strange at the end of the word job. It's not a sound, it's a symbol. Does anybody know what this symbol means? Maybe you can press pause on the video and have a talk with your grown-ups. This symbol is a question mark. We use it when we ask questions. So that means that this title is a question. Got a job? So they're asking a question. Have they got a job? Now that we've read the title and we've looked at the picture, we've been able to retrieve lots of information to give us clues about what the story might be about, who the characters might be, and where the story might take place. Now, let's turn the book around and have a look at the blurb. The blurb is a bit of information at the back of the book that gives us a clue to what the story might be about. Can you help me read it? You'll need to get your robot arms out. Ready? Have you got your robot arms ready? G, O, T, got. A, J, O, B, job, question mark. Got a job? That's a question. K, I, P, Kipper wants a job. Job. Kipper wants a job. But what can he, tricky word, he do? But what can he do? Question mark, that's a question. Kipper wants a job, but what can he do? Now we have been work hard whizzes because we've been able to retrieve lots of information from the front cover and the back cover of our book. We now know that the title is Got a Job, which is a question. And the main characters look like it's going to be Biff, Chip and Kipper. Biff and Chip look like they're cleaning. So is that their job? It must be a job around the house because they are in the kitchen. The blurb said that Kipper wanted a job, but what can he do? Today our learning objective was to talk about the main characters, who are Biff, Chip and Kipper, to talk about where the story might be taking place. We think it's in the kitchen or in the house, and to talk about what might be happening in the story. We found out what might be happening in the story by reading the title. It's about a job. Got a job, and the blurb told us that Kipper would like a job. Biff and Chip look like they've got jobs, but what job could Kipper do? I think everybody deserves green for great today. Now your challenge at home is to draw Kipper, who is one of the main characters in our story, carrying out a job that you think he should do. Think about what he would need and where he would be. I would love to see your work, so please send it to me on our email address, which is listed just below. Now to finish off today's guided reading session, I'm going to read to you Aliens in Underpants Save the World. Throughout this book, can you help me to spot some of the tricky words that we've learnt in reception? Before we start, let's have a tricky word warm-up. Now this is my favourite tricky word splat game. All you need to do is point to the tricky word as I say it. Are you ready? I. Go. B. 2. Into. She. We. No. The. Well done, you're doing really well. He. Be. Me. I. She. Go. We. Well done, reception. Super impressive. Fantastic warm-up. I know that you're ready now. Aliens in Underpants Save the World. This is one of my favourites. Aliens love underpants. It's lucky that they do, for pants helped save our universe. Sounds crazy, but it's true. On one pants-pinching mission, as the aliens zoomed through space, their spaceships shook and wobbled. Oh, their hearts began to race. Can you spot any tricky words? That's right, there's tricky word the and to. Their radars bleeped, their sirens wailed. On came the warning light. Yikes! Heading straight for planet Earth was one huge meteorite. Can you spot the tricky word? Well done, tricky word, the. Meanwhile on Earth, the scientists had such an awful fright. Fright is the same as to be scared. They've had an awful scare. What's that? They gulped in horror. Picked up on our satellite. What have they found? Can you spot any tricky words on this page? I have spotted tricky word the. The fire engines came racing, police and air rescue too. But with just 4 hours till impact, there was little they could do. Quick! Down to earth the alien shot and jumped out with a shout. No time to lose. If Earth blows up, our pants supply runs out. Can you spot the tricky words? Tricky word, to, the, and no. I'm going to stop the book right there. So make sure you watch tomorrow's session to find out what happens next. Don't forget to complete your challenge and to email me all of your hard work. See you tomorrow.